I'm Alex, and I'm here to share my vegan and allergy-friendly recipes inspired by my world travels. I'll be cooking while I'm traveling, so each new destination means a new kitchen and working with what I have. It will sometimes be a challenge, but I will always have the right tool for the job: creativity. My passion to explore the world is driven by my love for food. Traveling gives me the opportunity to experience new cuisines firsthand. The ingredients I will be using will be inspired by local flavor of each destination. Today I am in Montreal, Quebec. For my first recipe in Canada, I wanted to focus on an iconic Canadian flavor: maple syrup. I visited Jean-talon market where I found my two main ingredients and headed back to my apartment. Hi, I'm Alex and welcome to today's kitchen. I am coming to you from my Airbnb in Montreal, Canada, and I'm going to be making some maple baked apples because I'm in Canada. So, in today's kitchen, we have a full kitchen. I have an oven which I have preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which would be 180 degrees Celsius. I have a baking pan. I have a knife for cutting, and today I'll be mixing with just a plain fork. With cooking in a new kitchen, you may not have always the same tools or necessities you're used to and accustomed to, but I'm here to show you how to work with what you got. Today's recipe will be maple syrup baked apples. I'm cooking in a kitchen in Montreal, Canada, and I figured what's more iconic for Canada than maple syrup. This recipe is going to be vegan and gluten-free because my wife and I have food allergies, and everything I'm intending to make will be vegan and gluten-free going forward. I've just washed my apples, and to get started I'm going to take this hopefully sharp knife and cut the tops off my apples. I want to make a cut about a ½ inch to an inch down from the top. And I'm going to get a spoon out and I'm going to core this apple. Now when coring the apple, I'm going to be leaving about a ½ inch on the sides as well as on the bottom to create a cup, so that all the ingredients can stay inside of the apple. Make sure not to go all the way to the bottom, so you have something that's going to hold all the ingredients, but make sure you do get all the seeds out. Okay, next thing, get your mixing bowl ready and add all of your ingredients to go inside of the apples into the mixing bowl first. I have a ¼ cup of quick cook oats or 1-minute oats, depending where you find them. I have a ¼ teaspoon of cinnamon, ground cinnamon. Brown sugar, I have 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And this is about 2 tablespoons of vegan butter melted. You can use coconut oil, or if you want, use real butter if you can have real butter. On top of that, I'm also adding about a tablespoon of amber maple syrup. Lastly, just a quick pinch of fine salt. Now mix thoroughly. You want to break up all the clumpy parts of maple syrup with the brown sugar and get everything fully incorporated. Might be easier if you have a mixer or a whisk. Forks take a little bit of time. Smells good. Okay, so take my spoon and fill my apples. Okay, that should be good. And you want them to look something like this. Okay, now your baking pan. You want to set your apples in so they are upright and not touching the sides or each other depending on how many you're baking. If your apples don't lay flat like these do, you can just cut off the bottom layer while keeping the cup intact, and as long as they lay flat, you'll be fine. Put your lids back on. And drizzle with maple syrup. Tastes like Canada. And lastly, I have just some store-bought apple juice. I'm going to line the bottom. This is 3/4 cup of apple juice. You can use water. I just think apple juice just adds a little more apple flavor. This is just mainly so they don't burn and it creates a more steam effect for the apples. And that's basically it. With my oven preheated to 350 degrees or 180 degrees Celsius, I'm going to pop it in the oven now. We're going to have it in the oven for about 45 to 50 minutes, depending on the texture. And if they need no more, maybe another 5 to 10 minutes more. Okay. Now take your baking dish and carefully, not tip anything over, slide it into your oven. Middle rack is fine. And it's time to set the timer. Start with 45 minutes. Now the hard part. You gotta wait till it's done. Okay, so it sounds like the timer's done. Let's check on them. I do have an oven mitt. Oh, one tipped over. That's okay, some things don't always go to plan. Okay, so what we're looking for right here is if the fork or toothpick or knife or whatever you're using goes in without much resistance. I think we're okay. So let's see what we got going on. Actually, let's plate them. It's time to plate them. take a look at what's going on inside. Doesn't that look delicious? And if you'd like to kick it up a little bit, you could add some vegan ice cream on top. This ice cream is also vegan and gluten-free. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, now for the best part. We get to try it. Okay, so for this taste test, I have my lovely wife to come give you an honest and probably brutal to my ego review. And we are enjoying it in her favorite part of this Airbnb, our window nook, with some warm spiked eggnog. Also vegan and gluten-free. I didn't make it.
Store-bought's just fine. I'm so nervous, but yours looks so cute. And oh no, it's not hard. The only thing that makes it hard to cut is the maple syrup. Oh,
on the plate, yeah.
On the plate being slippery.
As long as it makes it into your mouth and not on the floor, you're still doing it right.
I'm excited because, as you know, Alex, apples are one of my favorite snacks.
I do know.
And I typically do not eat them for dessert. So I'm excited to have an apple dessert. Because I think I'll only have like apple pie or cobbler or something like that maybe. Ooh, warm.
It's chewy.
No. It's good. It's like, okay, first of all, it's the perfect temperature right now. So like, it's not hot. It's not burning my mouth. It's not like a Hot Pocket situation. It's a really good temperature. So you get that like warm apple pie feeling because of the temperature and obviously the apple. But what it is, and I'm sure you know this.
What?
Because you made it. But what it is like an opposite apple pie.
Yeah.
Because the crust, like the filling that you put in here, is very much like the apple crumble or apple pie crust. But it's on the inside of an apple.
Yeah, it's like an inside-out apple pie. You're right.
And it's very cute. Like, I mean, visually it's cute, but it's very cute in my mouth too because it just does this very cute like trick to my mouth because you're used to a hot apple dessert, like you're used to pieces of hot warm apple being inside of something.
Right.
But this time there's something inside of the hot warm apple, so like the apple's the crust.
Yeah.
It's really cute, visually adorable. I love how that apple had a little lid on it and a little, cup.
Yeah.
It's so cute. And
You take a bite out of it?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Now, you just get a nice texture. Like the apple's still got a little bit of bite to it, but it's not too mushy. Like we can go mushier depending on what your preference is.
But this is the best texture. Yeah, like you still have that. Like you said, there's a bite.
Light.
There's a little bit of resistance.
Mm-hmm. But it's soft.
And it's the perfect temperature, however you did that. Like,
Trick is just serving it right out of the oven.
Oh. It's just warm still, but I'm eating it with my mouth and it's not burning.
Right. Well, cheers.
Cheers! I love it. It's fun. Like I said, I'm not used to apple desserts. But this is something
dessert,
that
yeah.
I will ask you to make again. And it's very good for when it's cold,
Right.
which we obviously were in Montreal. It's cold right now.
It was snowing earlier.
Yeah, it's like under 30 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is just really fun to eat in the winter.
I'm so glad you liked it.
So,
She's my hardest critic.
let's see. I really came into this when you explained this recipe to me thinking I'll probably give it like 2 or 3 plates because I'm not the biggest fan of apple desserts, but I think this is 4 plates.
4 plates? Out of how many?
This is out of 5.
Out of 5 plates. 4 plates. Not bad for the first go of it. I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well there you have it, everybody. So that's it for us tonight. We have to finish our apple dessert, and I think it's time to go walk the dog. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy making this in your own home, or just watching us make and eat it in front of you.
Yeah, let us know what you think. If you make it,
Yeah, please
give us a
do.
comment.
Yeah, make it. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them on the comments section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my new channel if you'd like to see more recipes coming your way.
And follow Alexander the Late on Instagram.
That's right, at Alexander the Late, and now, brand new, alexanderthelate.com is now available.
Coming soon.
Later.